Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Boomer Grounds podcast. It is just the boys again because the ladies are all busy doing other things. That is not this. So it is just me and Howard. We're going to talk about all the nominations for Game of the Year, a little bit about the streamer awards, and maybe a bit about Battleground duos. So what have you been up to this week, Howard? Let's start there, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Uh, this week is a busy week in the Howard Moon household, just because this is the week we do our Friendsgiving.
Oh, nice.
The Sunday before American Thanksgiving is what we call Britsgiving. Brit being my real first name.
Whoa,
Um,
your name's not Howard? I don't understand.
I know. I have a name even stranger than Howard Moon on my driver's license. Um, but about 25 years ago, I was working for a company that was so cheap they didn't give out any sort of holiday bonuses, even though they could. And so instead, they would give you a free Thanksgiving turkey. And it was a point in time where my family, my parents had divorced, everybody was doing their own thing. And so I just said to one of my friends, my friend Sean, who's on my other pod, dude, I'm bringing a freaking turkey to football. Let's just cook it. And he was like, all right, I don't care. I'll eat free food. And literally that day, two of our friends called us and said, what are you guys doing today? We're bored. And we were like, we're cooking a turkey and watching football. And they said, we're on our way. And so what accidental free turkey turned into like a pre Thanksgiving dinner. And the next year they gave me another turkey. And Sean's like, you're bringing me that turkey, right? We're going to eat that at my house, right? I was like, yep, we'll do that. It became an annual thing. We've been doing it for over 20, got to be at least 25 years at this point. We lost count,
Wow.
but that's this weekend. So we're busy getting that shit ready. Um, but yeah, so it's an exciting time. It's a lot of food, a lot of drinking. It's kind of our kickoff to the holiday season where we're like, oh God, we got to deal with our families. Everybody have something to eat and get something to drink. So what about you, Terry? What's new?
Not much happening here. Like, our Canadian Thanksgiving was a few weeks ago, so we had that taken care of a long time ago. So no, we're all just getting prepared for Christmas. I know you love your Christmas, even though your station is gone. But we won't get back into that rant.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, no,
I got approached by a bunch of the high MMR duels players. They wanted to host a tournament to try to regain interest in duos in general, just as like a showcase sort of event. They asked if I wanted
really?
to help organize. I was like, sure, I'd be happy to organize. I had a discussion with them today about it. I said that uh, I'm not actually sure if just a tournament is going to be good enough to create a real community. I was like, you might be better off just doing like a league or some sort because there is no content creation at all for duos outside of Collins and Sapphire.
Really?
Like everyone that plays duos in general on stream or on Twitch at least is pretty low MMR duos play. Saf and Collins are the only ones that play duos at a high level, and there is a barren wasteland outside of that. Like everyone else is like, okay, I'm playing duo with a friend. We're at like 6K, 7K, just your average casual duo player, but there is no high MMR play. So I was like, maybe this is an opportunity that they just like once a week they do like some lobbies with all like the 20K players and just like showcase high level duo play and go do something like that because they're like, we're just gonna throw a bunch of money together for a prize for a single event and have a showcase event because they said after the events that Sapphire and Collins hosted that for the
Mm-hmm.
next few weeks there's a lot of more high level play, but then after it just died off because people lost interest and you don't get to see all the cool things that you're supposed to be doing and like the metas change and people get disinterested. So as something like that I thought seemed like it'd be better off as like if they want to try to actually build a community as to be better off as like a league as opposed to like just a one shot tournament if they actually want to
Yeah, I
build a
agree.
community. So I had some talk with them about that. They're considering their options. They're like, oh yeah, we don't like having events right when a season starts, but that's when the interest is always the highest, right? But there tends to be a lot more like broken shit that happens during the beginning of the season. Like I remember the first Sapphire Collins tournament was right at the beginning of I can't remember of a season, and that was when Bone Ender was rampant. And it was all about
Hmm.
which team got more Bone Enders and started summoning Divine Shield, like either massive Divine Shield poison Murlocs or just Divine Shield poison Murlocs out of their guys, and it was just like not fun to play, but there's a lot of interest because it's the new season, right? So
Right.
I had some discussion with them about it. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to talk to some of the people. I may end up casting it like once a week because they need a channel to do it on that actually has some traction.
Sure.
I posted onto Facebook groups to see if people are actually interested. I know like old people only use Facebook, but that's the target demographic for Battlegrounds players. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if people are actually interested in seeing high level duo content. Like I have no idea if there's actually demand for it. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would love to either play in it or help co-cast it. I love I as bad a player as I am, as much as I love Battlegrounds in all its forms, I enjoy casting other people's games way more than I enjoy playing in my own tournaments,
Yeah,
because there's an expression in curling. Now that I'm retired from curling, and it's no one misses on the other side of the glass. And what it means is that every warm room I've ever been in, one of the walls is glass, so
yeah,
that you can look out and watch the matches without freezing your ass off on the ice. And that's the old expression, is that people sitting on that side of the glass never miss. And that's the way I feel when I call Battlegrounds, is I don't have to worry about screwing up. I don't have to worry about everybody seeing my screw up, because I'm just sitting here talking about other people's play. So,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
think I think I think there's something to be said for this. Is a decent idea. I kind of feel like Blizzard just hasn't given duos any sort of support, honestly, outside of like just here it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's been no push by Blizzard on
Yeah.
actual duo events. Like there's nothing in the way of esports or any sort of incentive to be high in duos. But I think it's a pretty popular mode. There's definitely a lot of people that play it. But yeah, there's no thought to it besides the patch, and then it's just here.
Isn't our
Um,
own Miss Bowers pretty high rated in duos?
yeah, she gets carried by Ben Ren to high MMR.
Well, at least she streams high
Yeah,
MMR. I mean,
no, well, she doesn't
I
stream it
haven't
all the
watched
time
it.
though, so it's very more sporadic. She does a
Gotcha.
lot more lobbies with her play with her chat and stuff, and like duos with her chat and things like that than just constant high MMR play.
Gotcha.
Actually, when you're talking about casting, I actually brought up an interesting point that like in respect to like the NFL, they're talking about. I saw some people talking about why the NFL doesn't use professional broadcasters as opposed to bringing in all these old football players
Mm-hmm.
to be the broadcasters and wait till they get trained to be good enough to to be actual like good on the mic, because a lot of them are pretty bad on the mic even though
Yeah.
they provide a lot of insight, but you actually need like people trained on the mic to bring like that excitement, because I remember seeing some video clips and they're just like a random person broadcasting instead, and it's just such a better experience hearing the actual broadcaster present the information as opposed to hearing like Tom Brady being slow and methodic.
So bad. He's so bad at it. And I'm
Yeah,
a well-known Brady hater, so everybody's just like, "Oh, you just find another reason to hate on Brady." No, Brady's a bad broadcaster.
yeah.
He's bad,
I mean, if
but
you
he
give him
knows his
enough
shit.
time, he'll be good. Yeah,
I hope so. I
yeah,
hope so. I mean, some guys just seem to hit the ground running. Like Tony Romo
yeah,
took less than a year, and he started to get his wings underneath him a little bit. But yeah, generally speaking, that first year is, I'm excited to be here, Terry. What a game we have today. And you're like, dude, chill.
yeah. So yeah, I saw that online, and when you were talking about casting it as opposed to playing them, it brought it back up, and it seems like a pretty good point. Like you don't have to be the best player in the world to be good at uh, broadcasting it and stuff. And
And that's, again, I was part of my curling experience too. When they decided they were going to start putting games on YouTube, they were like, we need commentators. And I was like, and they were like, you only have like 4 or 5 years under your belt. I'm like, then put somebody next to me who has more. And actually, my neighbor was in, this is 10, 15 years ago. My neighbor was in the curling club with us, and he had over 25 years on the ice. He was
yeah,
an ice master. He'd been curling since he was like 10 years old. And I was like, dude, come be the former player, come be the color guy. I'll carry us on play by play, and then I'm just gonna like turn. And he was like, I don't know, man. I'm like, I'll buy you a scotch. He goes, all right, if I'm drinking, it's fine. And it was fantastic. We would discuss a shot, and I'd be like, Jeff, what do you think? What should they do here? And he would just go for like 3 minutes with great knowledge, and people would be like, man, this is actually interesting to watch. So it does take a balance. It takes the personality guy and it takes the knowledge guy,
Yeah.
and you can't force either to be the other. You know?
Yeah. Okay, let's get on to topics for the week. All the nominations came out for the Game Awards.
Oh yeah,
Uh, Clair Obscur dominated the Game Awards this year. I think they set a record
everything.
for the most amount of nominations in the Game Awards.
They got nominated for Game of the Year, not called Clair Obscura, which is amazing. I didn't know. First, I didn't know it was a category. Secondly, I'm not sure how they qualified.
I mean, they even got like 3 nominations for Best Voice Actor. That's how much they were dominating.
Yes. Yes. Now, I could have sworn I saw earlier today you were actually playing Clair Obscur on your stream.
I was like, I saw that I was getting all this hype. I'm like, I played Blueprints last week for like 6-7 hours, and that was pretty fun. I didn't get to near the depth of it. Like, I think I played it on a very shallow level, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Then I played Clair Obscur today, and it was really boring. I'm not gonna lie. Uh it took like almost an hour to get into past the initial story part, which was super slow. So like you're an hour
Before they
in,
leave.
yeah, before you even leave the town, yeah, right. Like so you haven't even done anything yet. Like you're like, oh, we're going on this expedition. This is the background story. I'm like, we're an hour into the game, and all we learned like the very basic attack and block and that and how to walk. That's all and how to interact with people. Then I was like, okay, we got past this. We left. We're on the expedition. We're starting to play. Combat system kind of sucks. I mean, it's not that great. Uh, Visually, it was decent. The cutscenes were pretty nice. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is so realistic. I can't believe this is a video game. I mean, it just looks like every other video game. So it wasn't like so all standing there. Story was okay from what I saw, but I was just like 2 hours in, I like died a few times to a boss. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm done. This is not that fun. Like,
So for our listeners who have never seen or heard of this game, the 2-second version of it is it takes place in France. Um, and there is a mystical island outside of this town where once a year this giant lady wakes up and waves her hand at a mountain and a number ticks down, and everybody of that age or older, when the new number hits, gets dusted like Thanos just snapped them out of existence. So the town is trying to figure a way to stop her. So every year people who are entering their last year of life go on an expedition, and this is the expedition where they're 33 years old to try and figure out how they can stop this from happening. Um, did you? I got to ask you this though. You played through the island, the start part, right? You got off of
yeah,
the island.
yeah.
Did you talk to the guy in the trash can?
I did not see a guy in the trash can. So I saw a trash can. I interacted with it. It says this is just a trash can. I'm like, that's weird, and then I just walked off.
There's like 7 or 8 trash cans in the square, and
Yeah.
all but one will say that. The last one will be a guy who goes, "Go away. I'm hiding. She can't find me if I'm hiding in here."
Yeah, I was
And then
confused by that.
what do they call it? There's a term for the event. I forget what they call it in the game, but the event where everybody like vanishes, where the
Oh.
older people disappear, has a name. And after she waves a hand and people just literally vanish out of existence, if you go back to the trash can, it tells you something like there's only a pile of dust here. It looks like even she can see through trash cans or something like that. But yeah, there's a guy hiding in the trash can from trying to be killed.
Yeah, I kept wanting to think the word is like fromage. I think I remember it started with an F or something, but I'm like, that just means cheese. I'm like, I don't think that's the right word.
I got to look it up now because it's not that we
Yeah.
need to have it, but because it's going to drive me nuts if I don't
Yeah.
remember what it is. Yeah, there it is. It was made by a French. It was made by a French studio too, I believe, too. So
Yeah.
that was why.
I mean, another part of the game that I didn't like is the main character that you're playing, Gustav or whatever. Very
Yeah, Gustav.
unlikable. He felt like a giant douche. So I was like,
He is a douche.
yeah. So I'm like, I don't even want to be this guy.
You know what? You were close. It is the Gamage.
Okay, yeah.
It is
I
like
mean,
fromage, but with a G instead of an F
yeah.
and an R. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
so it's a very interesting story. I saw several people play all the way through it. But yeah, if you didn't like, if you were struggling to get through that in terms of like, oh my god, I've wasted so much time on this already. There's no way you would finish that game.
yeah. I
No
mean,
way you'd finish that game.
it wasn't like it didn't hold my attention. Like as we're going through the town initially to get off the island, like I don't know, it just didn't hold my attention. Like it just you're just doing a bunch of nothing for like almost an hour, and then
Yeah.
before you actually start playing the game, and it's not like oh we're in this riveting part of the story they're trying to tell. It's like okay, yeah, let's just get on with it. So I was just like okay, yeah.
So then let's move on to the game I really want to hear you talk about. What did you think of Blueprints?
I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the puzzle part. I think understood how you're supposed to lay out the maps and stuff after 6 hours or whatever. I didn't notice all the small clues in every room that there was going on. I probably, if I was playing it more seriously as opposed to just trying, like in my mind, I was just thinking, how do I get to the end of the into that room? I wasn't thinking about like how all the little clues along the way. Then I got to the room. I was like, crap, it's blocked. I'm like, okay, there's three entrances into the room. Maybe only one of those entrances are actually opened each day. But I guess I'm wrong. I guess you had to unlock it. But I played through it. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm at the wrong entrance. Crap, I got unlucky. And I got to the entrance again. It was blocked again. And then you came in my chat. You're like, oh, you got to unlock the room. I'm like, okay, shit. I guess I should be paying more attention along the way. But it was fun. That's the kind of game I enjoy. Like, was able to solve the puzzles. I started understanding how you're supposed to lay down the tiles essentially for each room. It was fun. I definitely enjoyed my experience with it. It kept my entertained for those 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you'll go back to it or you think you've had your time with it?
Uh, I think it's a good game if you just want to kill like an hour or two. I don't think it's a good game to sit down and play for like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours.
You start
Um,
going cross eyed.
yeah. Small chance I go back to it. Honestly, probably not. Like if I just want to kill an hour or two, like say, like on a weekend, my wife goes to bed a little early, and I'm just like, okay, I want to kill a few hours. Maybe I'll try to advance it a little. But like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't think it's something that would be on my regular rotation.
It's got a lot of secrets. I've had people say to me it's frustrating to watch streamers play when they make obvious mistakes, or they miss things that they consider obvious because they've seen other people find them. And I did find myself biting my tongue watching your stream a lot, even though I gave you a few hints. I'm like, no, no, not that, no, no, it's right in front of you, Terry. And of course, you were like you. I got the feeling you were very invested in trying to find a path,
Yeah,
and because of that, and that's what I did too. I missed a lot of details early on because I was looking, okay, I need to move north. I need to move this way to get towards where the room I need to be in. And I did. I missed a lot of things along the way that I had to go back for and get. Um, yeah, so but it is. It's a great game. It did not get nominated for Game of the Year,
no.
sadly, but that's not super shocking. So
All right. Well, since we talked about, let's talk about the nominations for the Game of the Year. Although we talked about them all last week. Game of the Year nominations this year: Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Did we talk about that? Yeah, we did. I think we talked about it very
we
briefly.
mentioned it, yes.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is we talked about very briefly last week. Actually,
Yep.
surprised he actually made it since it's
Yep.
relatively new and on a console game. Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
And
We
all of these were on our short list last week, guys.
yeah,
We talked
everything
about
was
every one of these titles. There's a couple titles that didn't make it. We
yeah,
talked about like 8 or 9 titles, but all 6 of these titles we discussed last week in our predictions.
yeah. So I mean, good that they're all the games that we thought were going to be there made it. Nothing too surprising.
Nothing
Uh,
shocking.
I've only played two of these, one of these games now. Yeah, I couldn't understand why Clair Obscur was so highly recommended, but I mean, if the depth of the story is actually really good once you get into it, then maybe. But yeah, it just wasn't for me, probably.
So I watched like the entirety, like all 80 plus hours of Co Carnage's playthrough
Yeah,
of Clair Obscura. And the things that kept him coming back was the music, the voice acting. Like you said, 3 of the voice actors were nominated. That was big for him. And finding out what was going on at the end kind of thing was really what kept him, the curiosity kept him going. It he had mastered fighting probably by about a quarter of the way through it. He knew how to maximize his guys for each fight, and he was not having trouble with the fights. It was about the puzzle solving and the progression for him. So I have played clear. I've not played Clear Obscura, but I've watched a lot of it. I played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think they're the two best on this list. Personally, I think Clear Obscura is going to run away with it because I think that they're just kind of the foregone conclusion across most folks this year. But it is nice to see Donkey Kong Bonanza
yeah,
make an appearance. I think that's important. It's important for us to not forget there are a lot of really good games out there that are console only.
yeah. I definitely agree. Like, it's very one is strange to see, like especially like a Switch game on here, not just like normally you see like games are just like ported from PC onto like Xbox or PS5, but like having a
Like,
game that's for the Switch, which is a low, like technically a lower end console for gaming than a more casual console, make the
yeah,
list is pretty impressive.
Satisfactory, great example. Been on PC for about 2 years now. It released on Xbox and PS5 last week, and now it's all the console gamers are going. A lot of console gamers are really loving it, but it's something that was ported over.
Yeah,
So it's nice to see something that started out on console in this list.
yeah. Next category, best game direction. Uh, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yote, which we mentioned last week very briefly,
Mm-hmm.
Hades 2, and Split Fiction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction design. I mean, I never played any of these, so maybe you will be able to tell.
It's going to be Clair Obscur or Death Stranding too.
Yeah,
I mean, Ghost of Yotai could because it was I saw people play it and it was a beautifully produced game. Um, but creatively speaking, so best game direction is for outstanding creative vision.
yeah.
So I think Clair Obscura is going to run away with that. But if anybody else has a chance, then it's probably Death Stranding too. I don't see any of the others pulling it off.
Best narrative, essentially just story. Claire Obscure, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Silent Hill F. I mean, same games.
I didn't watch Silent Hill F. I think this is a place where I think Clair Obscur is going to win, but I
Yeah,
won't be shocked if one of the other ones win because that's a matter of perspective with story. So, but I have a lot of people who love Clair Obscura love the storytelling, so I think best narrative is probably going to go to them too. So I've got them getting the first 3.
yeah. Best art direction, Claire Obscure, shocking. Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silk Song. I'm surprised Hollow Knight made it because it was so cartoony looking and kind of cheap looking.
Yeah, yeah.
This one seems
I think
shocking.
this one I think Ghost of Yote could take based on what I saw of Ghost of Yote. It was beautifully made. And like you said, the art in the art in Clear Obscura was the graphics were eh. So I think Ghost of Yote could take this, but I won't be surprised if Death Stranding or Clear Obscura take this either.
Uh,
But Ghost of Yote is my pick for that one.
Best score and music for outstanding music, clean score, original song, licensed soundtrack. Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Hades 2, Claire Obscure, Ghost of Yote, Death Stranding 2. Literally, we see a pattern in all these.
We're seeing a pattern. This was a year where a couple of games really dominated the conversation, whether they were your favorites or not. They dominated the conversation. I think the music from Clair Obscura was really really good, but the Ghost of Yote music I think personally was better in my limited experience with it. So I think Ghost of Yote takes that one.
Best audio design: Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Silent Hill.
Frick if I know
Yeah.
about anything about audio design. So I'll give it to Clair Obscura because that's the one everyone's talking about. But I
Uh,
honestly have no idea who's going to win that.
yeah. Okay. So best performance for voice acting: Claire Obscur got nominated for 3 for Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, Jennifer English, Silent Hill F, and then Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
So I heard a lot of people talk about Troy Baker's performance as Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle,
Yeah.
and that it was one of the highlights of the game. So I would not be surprised if he won this. He's probably my pick, but again, all three of those people in Clair Obscura did fantastic jobs. So I won't be shocked. I think any of these people could win, and this is a great list. All five of these performers did an amazing job with the voices in their games.
Let's take the next category: games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with pro social media message. Consume Me, Despelot, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, Wander Stop.
I have not heard of any of these,
Okay, good.
so
I don't feel bad.
I'm gonna go with South of Midnight because it's the coolest sounding name.
Okay. Best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experiencing, focus on titles released in previous award cycles. So essentially, this just means like best game that's been around a while.
And been
Final,
updated.
yeah, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
My pick for this, all of these have had really good updates in the last year. No Man's Sky. I've had people tell me the update to No Man's Sky was really, really good. But Final Fantasy historically is a hard franchise to beat. So I think it's probably between the two of them. I mean, Helldivers had a lot of talk about it when earlier in the year, but I think this is between Final Fantasy and No Man's Sky.
Do you think Fortnite just being like this massive title, even though I don't think anything innovative came out for them this last year, will have an influence just because they're still played so much?
It might. I might. I mean, if Fortnite puts a little link on its login screen or its startup screen saying "Vote for us in the Gamers Award," click here or push A to vote for us in the Gamers Awards. Yeah, absolutely, because they
Yeah.
are a massive, massive fandom.
Uh, Best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
So I think my issue with this one is that no Blizzard games are here because we all know Blizzard is well known for its outstanding community support and its transparency. Putting out patches a full 45 minutes before they hit. I mean, it's just they do such an amazing job social media wise. We've never had problem getting a response on social media. So okay, so I can't even say that with straight face. I would have to say I think honestly, if I were voting for this, my vote for this is probably going to Fortnite. Fortnite has been very responsive to their fan base. Um, Helldivers 2 as well, Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. I don't think Final Fantasy or No Man's Sky gets this one, but I think Fortnite is probably the most responsive to when their fans stand up and say something good or bad. Um, I don't know if you heard about the Peacemaker controversy they had earlier this year.
No. What was the
The
Peacemaker
short
controversy?
version of it was, and spoiler alert, there is a spoiler alert about to be dropped from Peacemaker season 2. So get ready to mute yourself if mute me if you don't want to hear this. As a warning for the people. So here we go. There is an episode in the most recent season where it finds out he's on an alternate reality, and it's one where the Nazis won the war. Well, the dance at the beginning has him moving his arms in such a way that could be construed as a swastika. And it's the dance they put into Fortnite.
Oh.
When that episode dropped, their fan base went ape shit, and the dance was removed from the game before the next morning.
Oh, nice. That's pretty fast response.
Amazingly, I'm sure the Fortnite people were like, "Oh, Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. And removed it. They had a statement out before that anyone could really go nuts. So yeah, so that's responsive. And they put out a thing, oh, we didn't know about this. Yeah, nobody knew about it. It was part of the secret reveal of the episode. It's supposed to be this big reveal. Sure enough, not be a big reveal at all. But yeah. So I'll give them that. They get the community support nod from me.
So since we were shitting on Blizzard, I'll have to say that ever since Alkali has come back, and even before with Hat, if there's anything I had questions about, they were actually very, very responsive. Like, I will get a response within a few hours if I message them on Discord or Twitter. They will be pretty responsive. So we won't shit
Fair
on
enough.
all the Blizzard support because
Fair enough.
the last two
I haven't had
CMs have been very good.
I have not had any interactions with Alkali since she's been back. But yes, when I had that one time I emailed Hat about something, I had a response within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, you're right about that.
Okay. So best independent game: Absolem, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong.
Clair Obscur is going to win this, but I would really love to see one of the first three, Absalom, Ball and Pit, or Blueprints,
Yeah.
win it because those are really true indie games. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we've stretched the term indie release a lot in the last couple of
Yeah.
years because we've had a lot of smaller studios, but I think there's levels to it. And Clair Obscura, Hades, and Hollow Knight, they didn't come from like somebody's garage. Those other games really kind of did.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like Clay Obscure feels like a AAA title
It
when
does.
push comes to shove, right? So like I don't know how big the company is, but I'm assuming it's a very big company that pushed it out. This isn't like a 5 or 10 man operation. This is like a massive operation that created this game.
And it was the first thing that this group published
Yeah,
because they're also in the next group of the best debut indie game.
yeah,
So it is their first, but that doesn't mean that they're indie. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I mean, indie to me is the guy who sat in his basement and programmed Supermarket Simulator and then sold like a million copies of it and had to hire people to come work on the game.
yeah,
That's an indie release. Blueprints, same sort of thing. The person who developed Blueprints, it took her 7 years to develop all the puzzles and to put everything into code that she wanted into code. 7 years. That's indie. That's indie to me. So Clair Obscura will win it, and they did a fantastic job on that game, in my opinion. But it shouldn't be up for best indie game.
All right. So next category: best debut indie game. Blueprints, Clair Obscure, Despelot, Dispatch, and Mega Bonk.
Dispatch should not be on this list. Dispatch is
No,
a tremendous concept, and it just released,
no.
and it's got its issues.
So I was talking all to about Dispatch actually on stream today or last night, and supposedly it's been out for a while. Just the final episode of it just dropped recently. So Ben says it's been out for months.
I think I first. I think I have to look up and see exactly when the full release was. I was watching people play episode 1 and 2 about a month ago, and they were going to
Uh,
release an episode every week or two. But
yeah,
the problem is, they decided to release it in an episodic format, which is fine. But as far as I know, there's no intent to go with. I have not seen anything saying there's going to be more episodes past like episode 8. Okay, its official release date was October 22nd, 2025.
all right,
So it's been out. It's only been out about 3 or 4 weeks
all right,
fully,
yeah,
but it's. But I think it was probably. I know that they did preview events with certain streamers. So Ben may have seen it 6 months ago as they were doing
all
preview
right,
and demo events.
yeah.
So, but
I,
for this one, I like Blueprints for this one. Obviously, I think it's going to go to Clair Obscura, but it should go to Blueprints.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely think Blueprints is a more fun game than Clair Obscure, but I can see Clair Obscure easily winning it because it just seems like a much bigger budget game.
It
Uh,
is.
best mobile game: Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma's Sume Pretty Derby, and Wuthering Waves.
I know none of these.
Okay, so I know I've heard of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. It's like a gotcha horse racing game. You know, you collect little girls and then they collect horses and then they race and try to win races and stuff. Or you
Okay.
have I I heard about it during the summer when I went to go get bubble tea, and one of the people behind the counter was like, "Oh my god, you can't believe what I started playing," and they started talking about it. I'm like, "Don't let Tessa hear about this,"
I know it's
because
that's exactly what I thought. This is right up her alley.
yeah, I was like, "Shit, I don't need her getting caught in some gotcha." And then Pakoda started playing it a lot.
Oh no.
So he says it was he enjoyed it for a bit. He felt like he already beat the game when he started winning a bunch of races. But that's the only game I know. I didn't know it was a mobile game, but I have no idea what's going to win here. But
So we'll go with that one. Why not?
sure. Best VR/AR game: Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk. No idea
I
for
know
me.
nothing.
Okay, let's just skip it. Best action game: Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi: Art of Vengeance.
I think this is Doom all the way. I
Is
just
it okay? I
the
mean,
franchise has such a following, and that game was well received.
okay. I mean, I've heard of all these. Well, the original version of all these games. I'm not. I'm just unaware that there are new versions of them all. Best action adventure game: Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Split Fiction.
This, this is between Death Stranding and Hollow Knight for me,
Yeah.
just based on what I know of the games. So I think we'll see one of those two win, and probably well deserved. I thought they both did really well this year.
Best role playing game: Avowed, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, The Outer World 2, Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, so I've seen all of these. This is, I think, the first category where I have seen every single one of these games in pretty good detail.
Okay,
Avowed should win, but it
really?
won't. Avowed was actually a really good game. I played Avowed for a little while too. It was really, really good. I think honestly, if Clair Obscur, I don't think Clair Obscur wins this game. Honestly, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 wins this game, wins this
Really?
category. I
It
do.
seems
I'm gonna
very
go with that.
strange a game would win Game of the Year, but not its individual category.
Well, that's the problem though. It's fit into 75 categories.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. I can see that. It's like when somebody when a film goes to the Oscars and they win Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Director, and you're like, oh, here comes Best Picture, and then it goes somewhere else. It's kind of like, wait, how did that happen?
Yeah.
So
Best fighting game. I don't play fighters. 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtual Fighter 5, Revo World Stage. Um,
I know the
no idea.
basics of these games. I don't know which one's gonna win. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't tell you. Mortal Kombat is kind of worn out its welcome with a lot of gamers. They get excited. It comes out and then they're like, it's another Mortal Kombat game. So
Yeah. All right. Best family game: Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyager, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, or Split Fiction. I mean,
I'm a Mario Kart stan. So
yeah.
I think Mario Kart takes that.
I mean, it should be Donkey Kong, right? Donkey Kong got nominated for Game of the Year.
Oh god, yeah. Oh my god, I just missed it. It's the first one on the list. I just completely glossed over it. Yeah, Donkey Kong should win that.
Uh, Best Sim/Strategy: The Alters, Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7. I didn't even know they put out Civ 7. Tempest Rising, and 2 Point Museum.
I think Civ 7 wins this. I played 2 Point Museum. I played the Alters. The Alters gave me trauma. So like legit, like I finished that stream. I said to my wife, I said I can't play that game again. It was I don't know if you see any of the Alters?
No, I don't think so. I might have. I'm not sure.
Long story short, your this computer analyzes your life and tells you where you made mistakes or could have made different decisions, and then clones you as if you had made the different decision. So what if I had never dropped out of college? Oh, look, now I have a scientist clone. Oh, what if I had not gotten married? Oh, look, now I have an athletic clone. It's stuff like that. So like it crawled into my head, and I was like, oh my god, they're so right. That time I ordered a pizza in college was the biggest mistake of my fucking life. And I let it crawl into my head. So it was a good game though. But I think I'll go with Civ because just because they've done this so well for so long, and these other games are okay, but not epic.
Was there anything exciting about Civ 7 that was different from the rest?
I I just watched. Honestly, I didn't watch a ton of it. I watched Tito playing it
Yeah.
because Tito does a Civilization night on Friday nights when he's able to stream. And it just looked like an enhanced gameplay version and more options. It didn't really seem like it wasn't reinventing the wheel.
All right. Best sports game, which is obviously all not about reinventing the wheel because these things just get recycled so much. EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World, Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I mean, this has to be Mario Kart, right? It feels like it
You
should be.
think the EA games typically do pretty well in this category historically, but yeah, I think I would go Mario Kart.
Uh, Best multiplayer game: Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction.
My heart wants this Peak to win this.
Yeah,
My heart wants Peak to win this, but Arc Raiders is probably going to take it.
is I've seen so much advertising for Arc Raiders. It like, is it actually that good? Have you seen any gameplay?
I've
It
watched
looks just
very
like
little
everything else.
gameplay of
Yeah,
it, but again, there's a bunch of variety streamers that I kind of follow. I open my following list every day and they come up.
yeah,
And some of those guys have been playing Arc Raiders, and those variety streamers, they play something new. Maybe they're sponsored, maybe they're not. They play it for 4 or 5 days and they move on to whatever's next. I've seen a couple of them that just can't get off of Arc Raiders. They've been playing it for weeks, and
nice.
that says that's a sign to me that that's something that's really holding their attention. So
Uh, Best adaptation: a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, The Last of Us Season 2, Splinter Cell Death Watch, and Until Dawn.
I'll go with Last of Us just because I know it's got a lot of hype.
I mean, my daughter loved Minecraft movie, but
I didn't see the
Minecraft movie,
Minecraft movie. Was it good?
I think I fell asleep through it. That's a good time to nap. We just put the movie on. We put the movie on right before dinner. I take a nap. She watches it. Wake up, have dinner. But I think she really enjoyed Minecraft movie. I mean, Minecraft movie had a lot of hype too. But okay. Most anticipated game: 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 6. I mean, it
The
has to be
Witcher
Grand
should
Theft
win
Auto.
this.
Really? You think
What's
it's going
that?
to be more than Grand Theft Auto 6?
No, I think Grand Theft Auto 6 wins this, but I
Okay,
think
yeah.
The Witcher should win it.
Oh, okay.
Um, the Grand Theft Auto 6 has been pushed back so many times, it's going to be eligible for the same category next year. So, uh, yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto does win this easily because every time I turn around, they're talking about how Grand Theft Auto just keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah. Content Creator of the Year: K Drill, I don't know who that is, Kai Sinet, Moist Critical, Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut.
I'm going with the Burnt Peanut because I love the name. That's it.
I
That's
think
all I
they're a
got.
VTuber.
They
I
are.
think they are
They
a
are.
VTuber. I mean,
So
it
this
seems
would be
like
an
it's Kai
area where
Sinet.
I would rely on your expertise more than mine. Who do you like on this list?
I mean, the only ones I know are Kai and Moist Critical, and I think Kai just like dominated Twitch this year. Like Mafia Thon 3 was like enormous for like a month long. He got up to like 1 million subs.
Yeah.
I don't know who Cadril is. I think I saw Sakura Miko for the first time yesterday while I was clicking through the people nominated for upcoming streamers in the streamer
Okay.
award. And the only reason I know Burnt Peanut is because I saw on Reddit someone talking about, are they considered VTubers, Burnt Peanut and Sling Glitters. They're talking about them, so I was like, oh, okay. So I assume
Because
they're
they both use facial features embedded inside
yeah.
of an
They just use
image.
like a Snapchat filter. That's pretty much all
Yeah,
it is.
that's basically what it is. So
Yeah,
I can understand why people would ask that question.
yeah. Innovation accessibility. This would be a good one to have May on, or Tyler Knife.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atom Fall, Doom: The Dark Ages, EA Sports FC 26, and South of Midnight. It seems very strange that EA Sports FC is nominated in an accessibility game. That seems like a strange one.
They must have something, and I haven't played it or seen
Yeah,
anything about it in terms of the accessibility, but there must be something really, really good in the accessibility options to get on that list.
yeah. No, so neither one of us have a clue, I assume.
No,
Best esports game: Counter Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. I've never heard of Mobile Legends Bang Bang, which is
nor have
very
I.
interesting. and is nominated
I've
for
heard of the
best.
others.
Yeah, I've heard of the others. I assume it's probably going to be like Counter Strike or something, or Dota.
If I could go back in time 2 hours, I would have called my nephew, who is an esports coach, and be like, "Dude, which one of these is going to win esports game of the year?" And he would probably be right on it. He's a Valorant player
Yeah,
himself. He does play Dota as well, but I also think he would say that Valorant's not it's
yeah,
not carrying the weight it used to. So
yeah. So no knowledge for this. Okay, best
no,
esports
I got
team.
nothing.
We got no knowledge for this either.
Nope,
Best esport athlete. We know nothing. Do you know anything about these people?
nope. Don't even know
Okay.
any of these people.
That is the Game Awards. Streamer awards were also put out. I'll
Ugh.
let Howard go on his rant first, and then I'll quickly go through what I have to say.
So I just want to go on record. I will have very little to say about the streamer awards. I don't support the awards itself. 2 years ago, um 2 years ago, I was watching the announcement stream from QT Cinderella, and of course she has to sell merch in order to cover the bills on this. And she did a commercial during the stream in which the merch was described as, quote, hotter than 9/11. Guys, I live less than an hour from New York City. I was here when 9/11 happened. I had people I went to high school with who died in 9/11, in the attacks on the Twin Towers. That hits a nerve. And it wasn't just me. There were several people in her chat that were saying things, and her response to it was very simply, "Come on, get over it. We tell jokes on this stream." And I went, "Okay, that's the end of my involvement with this." She never apologized for it. Now, at the same time, I want to acknowledge she's taken a lot of shit in the last week from a lot of you, Terry. You and I, we had a conversation about the misogyny that lives in gaming, and she's taken a lot of shit and got pretty much shit on by Asmongold too, um, about the transparency in her system. That there are people that don't believe that their vote that it's an actual transparent voting system, and she's got a lot of crap for that. Those people can just go fly off a fucking cliff. You want to criticize her for how she does things, that's fine. Don't criticize her just because she's female. So when it comes to the streamer awards, I will take a back seat to Terry on this one because she still hasn't apologized for taking that tack. She took down the video, by the way. She
Yeah,
never showed it again after that stream. They didn't show it again, as far as I know. But that was in really poor taste. And poor taste decisions will be made, but own it. Have some
yeah.
accountability. And she didn't. So the streamer awards, dead to me. So I want to hear from Terry on this because this is going to be all about his takes.
Okay, I'll just go over a few key categories quickly because we don't need to go through all the details. Stream game of the year, probably a very popular one. The nominations were Repo, Expedition 33, Peak, Schedule 1, and Marvel Rivals. I'm pretty sure this feels like this should be Marvel Rivals, although it could be Expedition. All the other games like Repo and Peak had like a very short life to them. I
Yeah.
don't know what the viewership was for Expedition 33, which is everyone says is great, is going to win Game of the Year. But Rivals was like had a very long peak. It was like super popular for months and then died off before all the other ones.
See,
Like,
and I don't think Expedition 33 was that great of a multiplayer game.
yeah,
So same thing with Schedule One. You can play Schedule One in multiplayer. I played it. My playthrough was solo because I felt I had more control that way. So yeah, I think you're spot on there.
let's see, best marathon streamed. Essentially, it's going to come down to the Mafia-thon or Speed Does America. I don't know if you watch any of it. I think
Show some
Mafia-thon
speed.
Mafia-thon runs away with it. I think, although Speed Does America was actually pretty good. He also did the same thing in Europe as well. Let's see, best VTuber. I don't know any of the VTubers, but
Oh, Iron Mouse is on that list, isn't she?
yeah, Iron Mouse and Burnt Peanut. Iron Mouse, Chibidoki, Kenji, Burnt Peanut, and Mori Calliope.
Iron Mouse
Uh,
should run away with that.
yeah. Let's see. They had like some rising stars and stuff, but nothing too exciting here.
And I
Uh,
did, folks. I sit here and I say I don't support this, but I did look at the list.
yeah,
I did look at the 35 list. And one of the things I noticed is Pirate Software does not appear anywhere on this
No,
list this year.
he's nowhere.
He is
Probably a rising star
nowhere.
before. The main one is streamer of the year. Extra Emily, Jason DeWeen, I Show Speed, Kaisenet, and Playboy Max. I have no
It's
idea who.
between Speed and Kai, right? I mean, they're the two big names right now.
I heard Jason DeWeen is supposed to be really high up too now.
No idea who that is.
But I don't know who. Plaque Boy Max. I don't know idea who that is. But yeah, I'll assume it's going to be Speed or Kai. It's probably just going to be Kai. Speed has been doing a lot of other content on YouTube, but I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that counts as streaming. Like he's been doing his Speed Goes Pro stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is like super well produced. If you haven't watched any of it, I
Mm-hmm.
watched all of them. They're like essentially he meets up with like a pro athlete and they run him through training to see if he is good enough to be like a pro in that sport where he has like the abilities to go pro in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Kevin Durant one where he played basketball is actually pretty funny. Essentially, they go through like an NBA combine, and he does really well in all athletic skills, and then they go play 2-on-2 with it's him and Durant versus these two D1 college guys, and then like Speed like blows a layup partway through, and then Durant just like takes off his shoes and just quits the game.
Wow.
He's like, "Oh, good game, guys." They're down like 4-0 in the best game to 5, right? And he just like blows a layup and just like, "Oh yeah, good game." Guy takes off his shoes, just walks off. But yeah, those are like actually really well produced. Like it looks like a full quality, like a high end TV production. The show,
Mm-hmm.
so like I've actually really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about these awards. Like I don't know a lot of these people that are nominated for like best sports award or Minecraft streamer or any of this sort of stuff. Like I guess technically best strategy game streamer would
Northern
would be
Lion.
relevant to us. Yeah, Northern Lion, Jinxie, P- PC Hal, and Ruffle. But I don't watch any of their content, so I'm not gonna be able to be a good I'm surprised there's no chess streamer mentioned here, like Hikaru or
Yeah.
Anna Kramling was nominated last year, I think.
And I think last year they did have a category for chess. There are some category changes this year for sure
Was there?
because last year Pirate Software won for best coding stream, and coding stream is not on the list this year. So I think they do update the categories every year.
I
I'm fairly confident there was a chess category last year.
No, I think chess was listed under best strategy game streamer. I
Was
think,
it?
yeah, I think because I remember Anna Kramling being nominated for it,
She won
which
it.
kind of, yeah, did she win it? Okay,
Yeah, I'm looking
uh,
at the winners list right now.
okay. Um, I thought she's definitely been putting out a lot of content, so and doing a lot of streaming, so it definitely fits because all these other games are like super old, and no one's really playing like them to a ton of people. I don't think. Like I could be wrong. There could be a ton of StarCraft people or TFT people. Definitely not a lot of Hearthstone people. Imagine if
Yeah,
like
I'm
Keith was
looking.
nominated for Hearthstone. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was. But I think yeah, the rest of the things, uh, I don't know very much about, so I'm not going to even bother commenting. Like, uh,
okay, so I stand corrected. Pirate Software was nominated and won last year in the Diamond in the Rough category,
oh,
the
okay, yeah,
the unique category.
yeah.
So
I
my
could
my
see.
error there.
I could definitely see him in the best up and coming type person last year because he kind of blew up out of nowhere,
Yeah,
and
I
now
think
he's
he was nominated for Streamer of the Year last year too, but
yeah.
he lost to I Show Speed.
Yeah.
Emaru was nominated last year for Streamer of the Year too, and I just think as long as Speed and Kai Cenat are the names that everybody knows, they're just gonna they have too big a following. It's a fan voted award, so
Yeah.
they're gonna win that a lot.
Yeah. I definitely see Kai just like crushing it every year. Like it's gonna be hard to knock him off when he pulls off these like massive marathon streams that like pull in all these massive celebrities too. It's not just like just stream celebrities. It's actually like like the Kevin Harts of the world and stuff.
Right.
Like,
I mean, Speed did win last year.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right. Kai Cenat just does, he's on the next level with that stuff. And I think he won like the 2 years prior. He won in 2023. And I'll look back one more year really quick while we have it on my screen. And he won in 2022.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it looks like 2021 is the first year that they have the stats up for, and streamer of the year that year was Ludwig. So, um, Mizkif was nominated that year. That aged poorly. We'll just leave that alone right there. But yeah, so if you like it, support it. It is. I will just remember, while I have my personal issues with it, it is done. She does this on a small scale. She has sponsors and everything, but she does rely on fan support to pull this off. So if you want to keep these kinds of things going, and nominate Terry and I for the best broadcast duo next year, under duo streams, then we would appreciate that. There are people who would say we were robbed out of a nomination this year. I would agree, just because I don't know half these people, but that's not because we're better than them. That's just because I'm not cool enough to know who the hell they
I know
are.
we're old. We don't follow all these young games, hip games. We just follow what we play, which is pretty much just Hearthstone. On I guess you follow a lot of stuff, but
I
yeah,
try. I try. My old job, the job I left earlier this year. I could put Twitch on in the background. Nobody seemed to care.
yeah,
I had friends in IT who were like, "Yeah, Howard, you can use all the bandwidth you want." They would throttle other people's bandwidth, and I had unlimited bandwidth with Twitch, so I could watch streams like 8 hours a day. This new job, I can't do that, so I have to pick my moments and times to catch what I can catch.
yeah,
Um, but yes, I think it's good. It's good for the community that we at least have people trying to do these things. But I wish they would a little bit differently. Yeah, but I'd rather it be done than completely miss.
yeah. I mean,
So
you could also separate like the personality from the things they do, like this sort of stuff. It's like be able to separate like R. Kelly's music from the actual person. I mean, I personally like
yes,
some people are able to separate it. They're like, I can't listen to R. Kelly music because he's such a scumbag.
yeah,
I enjoy his music. I can. There's the artist part of him, and then there's the creepy guy, which I don't want to be miles and miles away, anywhere near. If you can separate the two things, that's different, right? Like,
I've struggled with that.
yeah,
And my example, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but J.K. Rowling is a crazy ass nutbag.
yeah,
So I struggle with that. I mean, we used to be we would come home and be like, "What do you want to do tonight?" Nothing. I don't want to think about anything. Put a Harry Potter movie on.
yeah,
And we haven't watched a Harry Potter movie in well over probably 2 or 3 years now because she's so crazy. So I struggle with that. So I actually have a lot of respect for people who can do that, because I have trouble with it.
yeah.
It
I'm definitely a person that can just separate the parts of the people that I enjoy. Like, if I don't actually have to physically interact with them, then it's different, right? Like, I can enjoy their
right.
music or the things they produce, and not necessarily believe like the person behind them. Like, if you didn't support or watch any films or TV shows of people that are scumbags, like that's literally like all the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like all you wouldn't watch like a single movie or a single TV show because there's just so many different scumbags out there that have all done like so much random shit. Like even now, like you hear
Yeah.
about like Jeremy Renner is like sending inappropriate photos to this Chinese director that he was working with this last year. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm such a big Jeremy Renner fan. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy his films, but yeah, I understand that he's a scum. He's scum.
Yeah, I mean, you have a much more nuanced look at it than I do. Maybe someday I will be to that level. But yeah, I mean, but at the same time, your point is very valid. If I'm looking for the perfect Hollywood star or the perfect celebrity out there, I ain't finding it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all human. So
Yeah, everyone's got like there's so many people that have fallen from grace in like Hollywood or music and everything. It's just like it's hard. Like if you try to be like I'm going to be the one that stops watching all their films because of this. Like, there's already gonna be like a million other people that do it. Like, just
Yeah.
enjoy their work and just like understand that there's a lot of scummy people. I mean, there's a lot of businesses that run the same way.
Yeah.
There's the world is just filled with these type of people. Like, if you want to try to block yourself out from them, like it's
Good
gonna be
luck.
hard to be able to do anything in life.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck
Yeah.
sitting by yourself on a couch staring at a blank wall.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's just too much. There's too much out there, and it's it's too much burden on yourself to try to be like to try to stop it. But that's my
This is turning
opinion.
into a Howard therapy session.
I mean, that's my opinion. Like, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone just has their own opinion. Like, that's just how
Yeah.
I view it. Like, if I don't know them, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care. Like, it's one of those things. Like, my wife is like, if you do something, oh, it might embarrass me in front of all these random. I'm like, who the hell cares? They're random people. You probably never going to see these people ever again. It doesn't matter. And she's like, no, I can't. It's so embarrassing. There's people around. I'm like, you're never gonna see these people. Who cares? There's like
Listen, if
very
if
opposite of opinions between me and her.
yeah, listen, if my wife had to worry about being embarrassed by me at any given time, she would have never married me in the first place. So I am a walking embarrassment. So she's
Yeah,
just kind of learned to love it.
yeah, exactly. Right. Like, anyways, that was a pretty good episode of the show today. We
It was
talked a lot
fun.
about the games of the year. Maybe I'll try some more of them this week. Who knows? Definitely an interesting. Thank God I'm not paying for them. Shh, because I'd be poor if I was.
Yeah, all these yeah, these aren't 4.99 Steam downloads, kids.
Exactly. Like, yeah. So I'm trying them out. If I like them, I'll find other ways to support the
Absolutely.
companies. Right. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely good. Like, I'm glad Clair Obscur is crushing it. I mean, not my type of game, but it seems to be well received by the community, and kind of want Donkey Kong Bonanza to just kind of crush it, because it'd be really nice to see a console game just like win Game of the Year. It'd be like
Yeah.
awesome, honestly. It'd actually make me
Yeah.
want to go and get a Switch too. No, I won't, but it definitely make me
Watch
contemplate
watch
it.
Nintendo sign on as a presenting sponsor now and
Yeah.
start pushing all their fans to vote for it.
Hi, Howard. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for listening to the pod. I know our viewership has been down a lot. I need to go push it more. But
All right. Well,
hit the button,
push the
hit the
buttons.
buttons. Push the button, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things for engagement so we get out to a wider audience, and make it so that, this is actually a worthwhile venture for all of us that are involved.
I'm having a good time.
I know, I enjoy it. It's like a highlight of my week.
There you go.
But
That's all that
have a good
matters.
night, guys, and thanks for hanging out.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.